Greetings, fellow Clashers, and thank you so much for checking out Clash of Clans Attacks, where today we talk about clan wars. And recently, Lost Phoenix had a severe mismatch just after the Town Hall 11 update. Now, I realize this is something that has been going on in the war community for a while, and it's definitely something that has been brought up to Supercell in the past, and something we hope that they are working on. Now, the reason this one happened, probably because of the fact that Town Hall 11 just dropped, and you have a lot of people going to 11 in our clan, and for some reason we got matched up with almost all Town Hall 10s, even though well over half of our clan had already gone to Town Hall 11. And a big question before the update was, well, 10s can 3-star 9s, will 11s be able to 3-star 10s easily? And it looks like you're getting your answer right here, as Apex has brought the newest popular 3-star clan war strategy of GoWiWi to the number 3 base on the opposing side. There goes the last jump spell, and because of the way the walls were set up on this base, Apex was able to use the third jump spell as a jump out spell, getting out of that core and continuing the units on their way towards total destruction. And that is exactly where Apex is headed right now, as the last Inferno Tower goes down, the last Expo just about to fall as well. 2 stars, and you can see the skeletons are all over the map. The Lava Hound not doing a whole lot to slow this attack down, with the witches and the wizards working on those individual pups. They are out of the way relatively quickly. There goes the Queen's Royal Cloak, and she's going to work on the right-hand side of the base all by herself. She is going to take out almost every single defense in that area. And on the left-hand side, you've got the golems, the wizards, the witches, working on cleaning up those structures as well. And as soon as this last splash damage goes down, there will be nothing to stop all of these witches. They've got to get that mortar down. You can see the shells falling primarily on the skeletons. There, it's going to land on a witch or two, but there's still several witches left, and as that mortar goes down, that is it. Now these skeletons are going to be able to terrorize the rest of this base, nothing to stop them, and with the additional 30 seconds, you've got plenty of time to work your way through these bases. The level 11 walls, all of those compartments doing nothing to stop this attack. So as we start to fast forward through the remainder of the cleanup, around the outside, the army of skeletons goes. And you can see the Grand Warden is also up, helping to assist, showing that a maxed out Town Hall 11 can absolutely brutalize any Town Hall 10. Now, we did not 3-star every single one of their Town Hall 10 bases, but we did come out with 16 3-stars, and this was the next highest 3-star attack on number 7 of the opposing clan. And yes, it was yours truly also coming in with the witches and wizards, and you'll notice I came in on the single target Inferno side, and with 3 jump spells, just about the entire left side of this base is wide open. So I've led with the golems and a few wizards to clear the outer structures, and then I will send in the heroes, and I drop them down, kind of making sure that that area where they're going is going to be clear of giant bombs, just in case we don't want any mass witch death happening out there on the far left edge of that village. So everybody moves in together, the Grand Warden helping to assist, and you can see his aura really boosting every single unit in the area. Now, I've frozen the Inferno Tower, and I usually wait to hit the Grand Warden's ability until the freeze wears off. I try to do it early, there it goes, and that way it's going to give invincibility to as many units as possible before even some of the smaller units have gone down. The Town Hall falls, 37% damage, poison spell working on the Lava Hound a little bit. Eventually we will get it down. You can see the Warden is helping out again. The units really widespread on this village. And again, the skeletons and the witches just really overrunning this base. But the key, and I will talk about this in a future episode, the key is the level 8 versus the level 9 wizard tower. A level 9 wizard tower can one-shot a lot of these units where the level 8 will not. And that is a major detail that makes a giant difference in these attacks. And right now, these bases just getting completely overrun by the GoWiWi, the mass witch style attacks. We're bringing 6 or 8, I believe I brought 8 witches in this attack. You can see the Queen up to her old tricks. She is out pursuing some walls, while the rest of the units have found the jump spells. They found their way onto the right-hand side of the village. The Queen once again stuck on a wall. Thanks a lot, Queen. But anyway, this Lava Hound lasting almost all the way to the end of this attack. You can see it's just pursued the King and his barbarians mercilessly. The Queen not quite involved yet in tracking it down. You can see even the Grand Warden's working on it, but eventually the Queen will get in there. Now we're at 77% damage, and you can see there's not a lot left to get knocked down. Just a few archer towers are really the only defenses that are standing in my way. And wall after wall after wall, the queen is finally going to catch up, and as she finally does, she'll get to the party just in time to help out with the lava pups, get them out of the way as the warden's picking them off as well. And once they are down, it is just a matter of setting them up and knocking them down like bowling pins. All of these buildings just arranged in this long line. 83% damage, plenty of time left, although I am going to appreciate the extra 30 seconds added to battle times. And just one more wall to get through the queen and the Grand Warden. And look at the queen just barely hanging on. She just barely has enough health to survive through the end of this attack and wrap up another 3-star win. But wait, there's more. That's right, we've got another 3-star win. This was number 11 Iron Man going against number 10. And this open base design in multiplayer, as in Clan War, is definitely about to be a thing of the past. It is going to be up to those wizard towers and compartments to try to slow down these mass witch GoWiWi style attacks as they move in, and the skeletons with 8 witches. Remember, you've got 80 skeletons on the map at any one time, and that is just way too much for any sort of defenses to try to handle. Here come the Clan Castle troops, Iron Man dropping a well-placed poison spell, helping to get them out of the way early, and already you can see just a virtual cloud of skeletons emerging onto this map, working their way in towards that big main enclosure. And again, they're just going to overrun things. Freeze spell over there on the Inferno Tower. Who knows, in the future, we might see freeze spells more often on the wizard towers, and people being more careful to get those wizard towers placed far apart so that they can keep those witches and their skeletons under control. Now, Iron has already grabbed the 1st star. There goes the 2nd star, and again looking strong. Heroes nearly at full health. The Queen again supported by the Grand Warden. And that is the great thing about the Grand Warden. He is going to stay back with a long range of that staff. Very rare to see him taking damage, and also one of the reasons that it's good to drop him in relatively early in an attack. Iron Man activating the Eternal Tome pretty late in this battle. I probably would have used it earlier while you still had a lot more units up. But then again, who is to criticize Iron Man's attack, as we all know where this is going to head. Now the Queen is going to work on those structures at the bottom. You can see the Grand Warden is peeled off separately from the Queen and is following some of the witches. And on the left-hand side, we've got a full-size golem and at least one golemite just banging up against that wall endlessly. Most of the other enclosures are open, and there's all sorts of skeletons, including these little lost guys up in the corner right there. They're trying to get through a wall as well. But you can see now nearly 90% damage. The Queen has fallen at the bottom of the screen, but there are no defensive structures left down there. There's just the one mortar to get past, and eventually these golems that were stuck behind that wall are going to rejoin the attack, and they're going to help make the difference at the end. Here they come right there. You've got the Grand Warden, and really it looks like it's just the Grand Warden and a witch and these golems that are going to be able to do the trick. But watch the Grand Warden right here. That is a clutch move. Because he works in support, he was not after the nearest structure, the elixir pumps. He was after the mortar, and as the golems were closing in, they never would have gotten to that mortar. The Grand Warden did, takes it down, and that right there made the difference between a 98% attack and a 3-star. Iron Man wrapping it up, and there it is, another 3-star attack for Lost Phoenix. And that was the war, 116 to 76, 16 3-star attacks perpetrated by Lost Phoenix. Again, an unbalanced war matchup. Feel a little bit bad for the other side, but it happens to us, it happens to everybody, and hopefully in the future we will see it happening a little bit less. So thank you guys again, as always, for sticking around all the way to the end of this episode. Please don't forget to check out my other episodes. Like, comment, subscribe, and favorite for daily Clash of Clans content. And of course, I hope to see every last one of you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.
Galadon, Town Hall living is OP. They should take it out of the game.